Welcome back. We continue our conversation with Green Bay Schools Director of Communication, Lori Blakesley, and School Board President Brenda Warren joins us now to talk about the future of the school district. Thank you for joining us. Let's talk about the next steps in the process. Part of the approved referendum includes a plan called Redesigned 2020. What is that?
Yeah, Redesigned 2020 is really the next stage of looking at our facilities overall. The referendum addressed the overcrowding we had on the east side, and now as part of that work, and we had a facility study back in 2016, and we knew that after we addressed overcrowding on the east side, we would need to address actually undercapacity in our west side schools. So Redesign 2020, we've just started that specific work. We started last April with a community survey, and then we had a board retreat this summer, and now we're doing some exploration of possible solutions and ideas for how to address both equity in programming and the space.
You mentioned the community survey, so let's talk about that. What was in it and what have the results shown?
Well, specifically regarding Redesign 2020, a few of the questions we looked at, because again, we have a lot of schools that are under capacity on the west side. One question was whether we should change boundaries, and 74% of the survey respondents said we should look at boundary changes. 69% of the survey respondents said that we should look at consolidating or repurposing schools. And then another option we had was to create kindergarten, second grade schools and third through fifth grade schools as a way of consolidation, but only 54% of our community or our survey respondents wanted us to do that.
Well, you mentioned the redistricting. Many parents are concerned about sending their children to a different school. How does the district communicate with parents about a possible change?
Usually we have parent meetings and just get their input. We present an idea and just say, what do you think? What do you see as the benefits, the challenges to staying the way it is or moving to a different plan? And then that's ongoing. We get that input, we find out what their questions are, we go back and we retool and reconfigure and come back to the parents again saying, okay, based on your responses, here's what we're thinking now. So that's usually an ongoing conversation.
And we're wrapping up now. What's your vision for the school district over the next 5 to 10 years? We have a very short amount of time, sorry.
Yeah, I think really it's about equity for our students, and we want to make sure that we're providing the resources they need while we're also making sure we're balancing our financial resources, which of course we have a limitation on those.
I'm sorry, we'll have to leave it there.
All right.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us, both Brenda Warren, the Director of Communication, Lori Blakesley, and School Board President Brenda Warren. Thank you both for joining us. We'd also like to thank Executive Director of Facilities, Michael Strangle.